deserve better. He will make sure certain situations do not.
Anybody pops on, great. Hey, what's up, bro? Well, you know how these things go. Yeah, so by the way, can you hear me? I'm curious. Not used to doing the streams. So, hey, can you hear my mic? And car. And how much of a lag is I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so maybe 10 seconds on my end. Not too bad. Yeah, so I've been watching your videos, man. I think it's cool. I think I don't know, it always encourages me when folks get on start doing their yeah. Well, yes, self-taught. Um I was raised in a bluegrass rock as long as I can remember. But I played drums until 13. Fiddled with guitar. Seriously. Guitarist. Marty Friedman. That sort of changed it for me. How about you? Yeah, I've been digging your Les Paul. I need a Les Paul. I don't know why I've avoided it all these years. I've actually been doing a collab with this dude I met on YouTube, Shredder. Cool dude. But the thing with him, a lot faster than me. Good, man. So long. Shreddy stuff. So I've been working with him and my hand. Oh. Oh, is it really? All right, let's see here. Thanks for letting me know. Um, let me see if I can fix it. Move it. Say close. All right. Can you hear me now? Am I cutting in and out now? Yeah, I was trying to. God, now that I bet it sounds funny now that I've taken the noise gate off, right? I'm getting a doubling. Let's see if I can do it this way. Let me add that filter back. God, I hate doing this live. That's so stupid. But it's what I'm doing. Noise gate. All right. Good. And my mic right now is my phone. So let's la 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 la. Ah. Oh, hello. Here. Maybe that's okay. I don't want to pick up my guitar though. Yeah. I like it's pretty. What I'm going to have to do is just mute the mic while I'm playing. That's all I'm going to do. So help me remember. Yeah, see, this is stupid. Um, I just unmuted. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Um, yeah, I mean, I just say play. Your bends are good, and I don't know, man. You've got that alternate picking thing down pretty good. Um, I just got lazy, I think, along the way. Instead of doing the alternate picking thing, I got because I was started moving towards country, and the chicken picking hybrid thing, Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. And it does not require, you know, all that stuff right there. Yeah, when I figured that out, I was like, man, this is great. Just doing this. I don't know how well you can see that. It's kind of like yeah, it just makes it so easy. I don't call that shred though. To me, that's just hybrid picking, cheating and picking. What I like to do, you know. And it looks like I'm not looking at the cameras because I'm not. Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess shred is a loose term. I'm getting kind of caught up on that. When I say shred, I'm talking heavy gain, you know, super saturated, where you got to play super clean because you can't get away with noisy stuff. See, playing the Strat, man, I can do this whole, low gain, pretty thing. I can ring chords. With PRS though, it's like that with some Tim Henson plugins. Yeah, it's pretty high gain stuff. So I'm going to shred over my little 80s riff I made up today, my little synth thing. Which question? I made up a little thing on my piano. That's what I did that video of today. I was trying something kind of different, little 80s nostalgia. It's Stranger Things season, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. So I made up my own little version of a Stranger Things piano riff. I don't think that video did too well, but I kind of don't care. It's fun. It's like Stranger Things. It's like all the epic 80s movies. You know what I mean? Can you hear pretty good on your end? got the 80s movies vibes, you know? Is this thing still working? Yes, we're not. Hear me talk? Is it cutting in and out? I'm just gonna let it roll. It's kind of like, here, I got one for you. Play this. Doesn't really, it's not the right background music, but 80s themes. Yeah, we're like. For One Republic. Everything sounds that way, you know? Or cars. Drive. Ready? So. Something like that, right? Now just kind of goof off, right? Yeah, the unbundle the guitar or just background music. My shirt is being fussy. There's nothing worse than when you oh yeah. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I was a tone chaser, and then I got lazy, and I've had recording studios in the past, tons of mics and gear, sold a lot of stuff, had a bunch of amps. Now all I have is my guy back here. If I get out of the way, it's my Thomas tube amp, 7 watt, 15 watt. That's what I toured with for a long time. So I keep it for that. It's too freaking loud though. I can't really enjoy it at home. It's too loud. It sounds great when you play at like volume level 4, and you wouldn't think it'd be that loud in that, but dude, it's killer loud. And my buddy let me borrow that that cab soak, and it's pretty cool, but it kind of kills the tone a little bit. But out of laziness, I've pretty much gone to plugins because I mainly do recording now, and dude, these plugins sound great. Yeah, my fave. Now you'll notice this guitar, it's just a little bit of souped up Mexican. It's a 96 made in Mexico Strat. My buddy gave this to me because he's got a crap ton of guitars. And I do this to the back. See how the claw is angled? Yeah, so that angled claw gives me the little tremolo wang thing, the real springy sound. Nice little trick. So I can do all the... it just makes it so easy. Yeah, I've been in bands with my wife. We've always written music together. And we had an indie Christian band called The Sum, and that was back in like 2005. We didn't really get too big with kids and all, and just life. But we went on to, I ended up making a country band with a couple of guys, which my wife came along and started singing with us. And we did really well for a long while being about 5 years of touring, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think we went as far as you can go without making it. I like to chalk it up as just God just being like, hey, I'm going to work this out for you. But I've had great experiences, met a lot of great people, got to co-write with a lot of awesome dudes. Got to meet one of my favorite drummers and hang out with him. That was neat. But I bet that's right. Metal and whatnot. My wife is like, she can make a joke out of every metal band. It's hilarious. It's sort of like watching Harry Potter, the ridiculous spell, where they take something scary and turn it into something totally silly. I threw Pantera Walk at her just a few months ago, and she started singing a Michael Jackson song to it, and it probably ruined Walk forever. So thank you, wife, for humbling my aggressions. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, it's kind of funny. You'll notice this guitar has a ton of compression. I just really dig it for this. It's a plug-in. I'm not tone chasing. I'm not tone chasing, but I am using in my DAW, I'm using Tonex plug-in along with the Helix native plugin, and I've got the Helix doing a stereo chorusy kind of clean tone, and then I got the Tone X with a gritty kind of Fender Deluxe middle tone, and then Exponential Audio Stratus reverb. I love it. And then I'm using this. You might not know what any of this stuff is, but I'm telling you anyways because it's fun. It's the supercharger from Native Instruments. Nobody talks about it, but dude, it's wild. I mean, listen to that compression. Like when I hit these notes. I mean, listen to this. See how it kicks that reverb in? It just sounds dirty and nasty and cool. I just love it. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. There's a couple guys in here. Hey, everybody. Say something. Yeah, my country days would be more like something like that. You know, try to be Brad Paisley. That guy's sick though. And it's also fun. Like my style is like I'm an '80s guitar player. Yeah. No, it's funny. I was friends with Brad Paisley's guitar tech. Well, my bass player was friends with him. He worked at a guitar store my dad co-owned years ago, and we kind of hit it off. And I was like, "Hey, set my telly up like you set up Brad Paisley's." So he did, and I'm just gonna be straight with you. I hated the way it played. I went home and reset it up myself. So, you know, we're all touchy-feely, funny guys. But man, he's such a great player. I'll take that compression off and see how it sounds, so you can hear it. I'll just mute it. See how quiet it gets. Can you hear the difference? Tell me you hear the difference. I just took that compressor off. Like on your end, how does... Of course, the compression was pretty wild, but this should be more balanced, like soft and, you know... Which, that's typically how I'm going to play. But for this case, I'm just having fun. I might even throw a bit crusher on there. Let's get really weird. I mean, is that an annoying sound or kind of cool? Like, I don't know. I don't like it. It's like cool for like maybe a second, and then it's kind of gross. I don't know. Where's that reverb? Anyways, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll play one of my old country songs, only because it's kind of got a cool riff. I had an intro that was like, pretty cool. We were trying to, when we got in the country, it was like Jason Aldean just came out with Dirt Road, and it was kind of grungy. It was like, hey, country's bringing grunge music in. Let's jump on the bandwagon. So we kind of did our gainy, kind of slightly gnarly tones, country riffs, but dirty. It was pretty cool for a minute. But yeah, thanks. Yeah. But I'd have to say, country music is sort of a, I don't know, from an old rocker dude. Getting into country, you learn the technique. I was getting session work for a little while. But it's sort of, I don't know, it's just a different edge, it's not as bluesy as you think. And then all of a sudden I was going to sessions and people were like, hey, you can play like John Mayer. But I had country ingrained in me, so it was like, I tried to do a John Mayer lick in the studio and it just sound country, So we moved away. Got out of that scene. Not because of that, but now I'm just sort of letting myself flow and be just a complete weirdo in what I like to play. I've spent my whole life, years, been playing guitar for 33 years, 34 years, and I inevitably am trying to impress other people. Part of it's just because we're entertainers, this is what we do, but another part of it's just, I don't know, man, approval. Want approval from people. Now this whole YouTube channel thing that I'm doing, I'm just kind of it's more of a Christian, no, I don't want to say Christian, it's just a guitar journal. It's just me and the guitar and stuff I think about, and play whatever heck I want, and usually it's kind of weird stuff. I love like, oh gosh, me and Ben talk about this all the time, the shredded dude, bearded shredder. I almost like to play like the piano. I like to hear the chords ring out. So you'll hear me do licks that are kind of like, that's probably a good example. I love how I'm not just playing straight chords. I'm still getting that kind of lead tone in there, I think it's cool. And now I just do that all the time. Or out there like, I love those like flat 2. Maybe you'd call it a Phrygian kind of scale. I'd have to get Ben on here and School me. Yeah, gotta get that heart check on, you know. But you know, some people are kind of coming in here on the live feed, and I would probably say, if you look at any of my videos, I'm obviously a Christian. I try not to shove it down people's throats. It's sort of a, I don't know. It's like you want to be yourself. You want to encourage people. You don't want to preach at people. And then you just want to play guitar. So it's therapeutic and it's healthy for me because I love to play. I love to do this stuff. But I don't like to be aimless in what I'm doing. You know, I get in too much trouble that way. So. Amen. Indeed. Well, I appreciate you appreciating my approach. Yeah, I don't know. I also was a huge Steve Vai fan, huge Marty Friedman fan. Listened to a ton of metal bands back in the day. Dude, the metal guys are sick players. And of course, the new metal guys are even more sick, you know what I mean? So, if you were to hand me an Ibanez, you know, with Floyd Rose, I think I just sound like Steve Vai, probably because I learned so much of his music when I was younger. He was obviously an inspiration. So, with the Wayman bar and the wing bar, you know, I love the emotion it does. It puts into the playing. I love the subtlety. And then I like the flicks, you know, that it's really fun. And then I also like sort of incorporating in my playing, I don't know, I call it tape warble, crinkle, like old tape, you know, when it's all kind of broken up. Like if you hear splice tape, and if you've ever worked with tape at all, you know, you get that kind of, if it's old and nasty. Use the tremolo bar, just that wobble sound. It's kind of hard to do. It's kind of fun though to make it sound like warble tape. I don't know, is that stupid or what? I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyone who is popping in and out here, what do you think? Is it weird? Is it kind of cool? I think it's fun. It's like a skateboard trick, you know. That's how I look at a lot of this stuff on guitar. It's like I used to be a skater back in the day. So, you know, you hang out with your friends, do all the skate tricks. Kick flips and the 180 kick flips and the hill flips and all the goodies. I don't know, some of these cool guitar licks are like that to me. It's like, let's do a kick flip. Or an ollie. Or you do the 180. Of course, I suck at tapping. I used to love doing the tapping stuff. You know what that is? Oh, Satch. Right. Yep. I used to know more of it, but I can't remember it. I think I play it backwards too. I think when he played it, it was like what was it? He played it like, I don't know if it was like 1, 2. What was it? See, I've already forgotten it. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know. I can figure it out if I remembered it. Since that old Steve I song that was really cool. How did it go? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. See, this is why I just play weird stuff. It sounds cool, and I don't have to play anything note for note. I just be weird. So if I go like chord progression, like start throwing some borrow chords in there. And it's just fun and weird. Sounds like I know what I'm doing. And I can fool anybody with that kind of improv. But I don't know. Feels pretty natural. The moment I have to learn a song, it's like forget it. Yeah, I wish Ben would get on here. Because he's a Berkeley dude. He'll be like, are you playing the third or the fourth over on the thingy? When you flickety on that Phrygian dominant 7? And I'll be like, and he'll be like, eh? And then we'll just jam. It's kind of funny. always have to play that song if I do a live. It's a song I wrote for my mom. She passed away. And it's a very heartfelt song. So, for whoever cares, it's out there. Did you see the video I put up where I'm having a guitar battle with a bro from Berkeley? No. No, I did not see that video. You'll have to send it to me. Yeah, I didn't see it. session off. Let's play. Let's change this tone. Hey man, just being real, I was always the best guitar player in my high school, in my circles, like in the college age. I honestly was pretty used to being the guy, so I never had to be challenged with it. And then I moved to Nashville, and that changed. Yeah, that changed everything. Because when I went to Nashville, I was going to be, I wanted to be a pro session player. We were serious. I wanted to be in a band, tour, which we did, and I did get sessions. But man, the guys there are just so disciplined, and just they know what their job is. They know what they're doing. They're well-rounded. Yeah. And then I learned, just be okay with being me. It's got to be okay. A little bit of an ego punch for sure. I did get session work, but I would always be like the guy that would come in after the session guy. So there would be like the session team, the guys on the floor with their session leader who would, write all the charts, and then get the charts to the band. They cut their track usually in 1 or 2 takes. Usually 1 take with the occasional, hey, let me hit that note on the turnaround. And those guys were so good. I could never do that. And you never wanted to be the guy who was the last one tracking on a session day, because it's like 4-hour blocks. You got to knock out a ton of songs. It's like union hours or something. Yeah, and I watched a lot of the sessions, and these guys are just so excellent. But the producers would usually call me in afterwards because they liked my lead playing, or they liked the sounds I was coming up with, and I would sort of add layer and texture, kind of weave it through. That was a typical thing I did. I would do a lot of sessions where I would do the record. I would be the only guitar player on it, and we're building the tracks. I think I did a lot with a guy named Jonathan Roy, which if he's not ever going to be on here, but I don't think he's on YouTube much. But he's pretty successful dude. He co-produced Owl City back in the day. He was a co-writer with Adam, and I met Jonathan at a studio, and he liked the way I play guitar. So I did a lot of work with him, a lot of little indie records, and that was a lot of fun. But he's a pretty big mixer now. He does a lot of work. He got I don't know if you know country music at all, and I'm dating myself here, but Kelsey Ballerini, "Love You Like You Mean It," "Love Me Like You Mean It" was like her big hit song, and I got to be there for the mix for that. That was pretty cool. And Jonathan mixed that song. But yeah, we had fun. And then I had an injury where I sprained both of my wrists. And it's kind of funny because I was with my producer. I had a publishing deal with a producer in Nashville. He's a songwriter. And he wrote like "Do You Believe Me Now" from Jimmy Wayne, "American Ride" for Toby Keith. He wrote "Without You," co-wrote "Without You" for Keith Urban, and he's done a ton of other mixes for the radio. Anyways, I would go out with him and another songwriter, and we would do like these little 3-man tours. We actually set up a whole projection set up in a Pro Tools rig, and and it was fun. But I remember I was at the pinnacle. I felt like of my guitar playing. I was so proficient on acoustic and an electric, and I was just literally at the studio flying on this Taylor that he had in the studio, and I was hitting all these notes, just not missing anything. I was just like high on life, like, man, for me, I've arrived, you know. And that same day, we were lifting these huge. It was like me and two other guys, and they were probably like 500-pound cases that we were loading onto a trailer. And with the three of us, it was heavy. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a lot of weight. And one of the guys let go of his side, thinking I had it, because I was in the front loading, loading the, onto the trailer and kind of lifting the front side up. And at the time, I wasn't very weak. I exercised all the time, and I was fit and all that crap. But he let go, and the way my arms were holding onto that thing, both of my wrists, I was holding it kind of awkward, kind of like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's like the handles, and I was trying to lift it up. And if you can see how I'm lifting it up, which was stupid, both my wrists popped. I got a sprain in both of them. And for a year, I could hardly play. I could hardly wash the dishes. Like, everything hurt. And there's like really nothing you can do about it. Just wrap your arms and hope you heal. And now I've got like ligament issues. Like when I turn and rotate my wrist, they just pop and hurt, and it's weird. And you just have to get used to it. So yeah, my days of being a session guy, yeah, it's just fine. I don't need to. I've been practicing a lot since June. Kind of aiming towards trying to do this YouTube channel. So it's giving me something to practice for. So every day I'm in here like playing guitar, and it's a whole lot of fun, you know. Yeah, very depressing. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like you can't really go to the doctor for that. I didn't have insurance, so but I'm getting better. I think just with practice and exercising and stretching. Yeah. I mean, it's like no one really owns up to that stuff. And honestly, I went that weekend. I didn't even realize my wrists were sprained because I'd never had a sprain before. And after, it just felt like they popped, like I was stiff. But after about 15 minutes, they were pretty sore. And I still went that weekend. I did a gig. And listen, I was playing acoustic. I was playing banjo. I was playing electric. I was playing percussion. I was like the utility guy. And I remember when it really hit me that I'd hurt myself because I played the shaker on one of these tunes for like 2.5, it's like a 2.5, 3-minute song. And I'm like playing the shaker, and the whole time I'm just like, this freaking hurts so bad, man. And that was, after I left that show, got a huge bottle of ibuprofen, destroyed my liver that weekend, just trying to pain kill, ease the pain. But eventually it went away. There's a track I recorded and produced. I co-wrote with a guy, and then I produced it, and it was for like, I guess the Nashville football team, college football, and yeah, totally. And anyways, I recorded that, and the guy came over and videotaped me in the studio, and it's funny because he put the video together. It's a pretty high quality video, and like football promotion stuff. And anyways, the artist that we got to sing on it, the video is mainly him. There's this one scene where he shows me in the studio playing the banjo, and I've got these stupid like neon green like wristbands on from the sprain. I don't know. It's funny. I can laugh now because I'm okay. Enough. I do have a weird thing though. has to do with my ring finger. It'll sometimes not. For a while, I would tell my ring finger, I would say, hammer on the 5th string, 5th fret, and it would always hit the 4th string. And I would literally have to tell it would be shaky and stuff. But it's kind of gotten stronger. I don't know if I've learned to compensate with other muscles doing exercises like that. And just to be weird about exercises, there's this one exercise that's like, I saw somebody do it, and it's pretty helpful. But you go like a chromatic, and then you take like these 2 fingers in the middle, and you walk them down while leaving your other fingers, and then do the same thing the outside, and switch them up. This has actually really helped some of my muscle control issues. Sounds stupid. Clown music. And then the old kind of classical guitar trick, you know, where they do anyways. Yeah, it works. It warms you up, man. Kind of hurts a little bit, but it's pretty fun. So. Well, cool, man. Dude, thanks for hanging. I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, I appreciate the. I do want to know, since I got you on here, since you're hanging out with me, I started doing these shorts, specifically shorts, back in August. And I'm just curious, how do they hit you? How does the guitar mixed with encouragement scripture hit? I was always kind of a little weird about that. So I don't know how people take it. I think I get 2 camps of people, you know. Oh, you got church in the morning? Yes, so do I. Wait, what? Oh man. I'll check you out. Anyways. Well, hey, take care. We'll chit chat later. Awesome. All right, man. Later, people.